Having technical difficulties. I don't know how long my live stream is going to last. Eating the remainder of these. Nutrition facts. And condiment I am using. Something I could not do very often when my pussycat Rudy Noel alive. I'm having this coffee tonight. French vanilla. Where's that cat of mine? Come home. Every time I come home, I'm just empty. I'm only empty. My hands are empty. I'm empty. I feel empty. It's one of the few fur babies that's ever done that to me. That ever did that to me. Made me feel so empty. That was so empty. Made me feel empty. Very empty. Life without my cat alive. Empty. Rudy Noel. I made my what I ate. I made and I published what I ate during a day video blog already. I'm doing my mukbang, I suppose. Really do. I don't. I often want another one. I just don't know. Since today, I really truly don't know. I ever want to be a mother once more for a baby. For a baby. You can see it. What happened? You can see as videos I vlogged. Sort of glad, yeah, Devout Center Mississauga. Square One Old Adult Center closed and we're not in there anymore. I mean, some of the mall is good, and then all that. I mean, it's not my first choice. It's not the actual store. It's another store that sells them. So yeah, how could I resist, you know? Nutrition facts. I know these are lightly salted, although sale. 3 for $5. One my mom has, and the other one for later next month. Make sure I put on a face, smiled. I was sort of laughing, although I wasn't. Inside I was crying. I'm crying. That's why I want to get better. Feel better. So I can walk more and go elsewhere. For coffee or whatever. Remember there was a pet store in them all years ago. And there was a cat in there that I really was fond of. That's one of the reasons why I kind of like eating Himalayan salt. Because I don't care about all the dumb fuckery I said earlier. I showed and told. I didn't want to cause that cat any harm. Physically, mentally, and emotionally. I just really liked that cat a lot. My cat really... I'm really looking forward to my coffee. So all I ever wanted to do this today was be a mother. And work. I did my hobbies. Very few relationships with humans. I just wanted to have a pet family for babies. I want a house, a backyard, fenced-in yard, fenced-in yard, gated. Some kind of a back patio or back deck. I just have my animals and my humans. And we were all afraid. And we all had privacy and safety. I didn't know that we were going to be moving to another townhouse, and we decided that in the end we did. It was a house, but it was smaller and it wasn't as private. It wasn't the same privacy and safety as a house. Any houses before. And then we tried to have another house with the sellers always stalking and harassing us day in and day out, mail and stuff. We even had to go to the police and try to have her stopped. I don't know how we put up with it, but we did. I said it was okay, she could come back for Halloween with her family, or, you know. I think she had 2 children and her grandchildren. Then was, yeah, you could come for a visit on, but not. And she didn't even do mail forwarding with Canada Post. She didn't even do mail forwarding. She was always bothering us to come get mail and stuff. She always wanted to come around. Karen or something her name was. She came more than twice. And I was like, go away. And I told my mom, don't let her in. Just hand her her mail if she has any. Just tell her to go away. I used to have police report numbers because I was really fed up with her. I mean, you know. It's one of those movies, you know, you had to get the locks changed, right? Anyways, that didn't last long. And that's where I had my accident. I got distracted from preparing foods. I looked up and I missed the food and caught my wrist. And it was painful when I realized it had happened. Not only was it painful, bloodiness. I didn't know I could bleed that much and live since. And here I am, I did. And I just wanted my family, I just kept trying to, I just wanted to live in an apartment that was low maintenance and that I could have, like, well, wasn't just my pets, fur babies. They became my pet therapy. And I was a lot lazier than I used to be, and it took a long time to adapt. I'd have my good days and bad days. Sometimes start to howl in a crying way. My mom used to wonder what had happened, and I would just begin crying. It's the same kind of cry that I did when I had my cat euthanized and I walked in my front door here. It was howling. I couldn't even vlog it. It was too personal, and I was just too upset. I was just too upset. I was just too sad. And I cried continuously for more than a week. I was nonstop. Not any medication could stop me crying. I just was crying. To the point where I came off what some celebrities stalker tried to put me on years ago because she wanted to continue stalking and harassing and stuff on and off the internet, off and on the internet, you know, off the internet, to the point where I was like, no. I just kept crying more and more instead of not crying. And then my doctors were like, no, you don't need that. We'll just treat it as pain. And I was like, yeah, because that's what I was in, was pain. And but I tell you, it's all I wanted to do. Whether the animals, pets, fur babies came from this city and or from another city, town, and or shire, whatever. I just wanted to be a mommy. I just wanted to be the mommy and have my family, including fur babies, privacy and safety 24/7, always, forever, everywhere. Coffee time. Please don't cry, sweet angel. Say hi. Hi. Oh, said hi. Hello. Uh, oh. So I video made while in there and outside there because other people were with and or without doing a live stream or live streaming more than one, video making, vlogging, etc. So I was like, oh, I'm not alone. I'll do the same because it was not a good environment. And because I haven't been feeling well, I've been eating meat again. And I know some of my viewers want to see me as a carnivore. So I ate that once more. Aside of eating all that, I'm vegetarian. So tomorrow I'm going to have a nice, quiet, hopefully privacy and safety vegetarian day. And tomorrow's Sunday. I went in there as anti-animal cruelty, no more violence, other people, all others, animals, and all pets, all fur babies. And that's how I walked out. And I walked away. As usual for more than 4 months now. January, February, March, April, May. My hand's empty. Maybe other people vlogged, video made me too. Live streamed. I don't know. Real time. I was there. My former employers could fuck off. kind of coffee and flavor. In case you missed before, I showed and told. Coffee and condiment and caloric nutrition effects. Let's have the first sip together, shall we? Me and you, my audience. Just looking out my window at the view. Some good news, although I did some walk fit today. I walked more than 2.1 kilometers. And I'm back to eating vegetarian. I prefer vegetarian because I just like it. And I prefer, I suppose, organic versus the other because there's less chemicals. Pesticide and weeds kills chemicals. You know? I know I'm wearing this. I believe it's fleecy or cotton. I don't know if it's wool or yarn. I like it because it's comfortable. I do prefer fleece. Man-made. That's not any animal's product. I don't even wear socks. This is one of my favorite times of the year because I don't have to wear socks. I could just wear shoes that are bare feeting or ankle socks. Barefoot. I mean, if you don't like me and you don't want me, just get off my social media and just unsubscribe. Absolutely. I have no, well, there's a T on that. I have not any time for haters. I really, truly do not. First sip together. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Now we got got a smile on my face. I mean, since this has been really out of shape and bothering me physically, pains, and swelling, etc. Since February 23, 2025. Well, since November 12, 2024, actually. And it's not a soft tissue injury. It's something more, I'm sure of it. And it's not a sore neck. It's not muscle in my neck. It's something. Sometimes I feel like it's a cracked or broken rib, although I've been assured that it's not by my healthcare workers, professionals. And it hurt a lot yesterday. But my mom was like, "Do you want to go? What's the weather? Can we go out for a walk?" And I'm like, "Where to?" And I said, "Sure." And she bought me dinner. I would have loved it if it had been a veggie burger. Why can't they make a small veggie burger? I mean, the two combos. I mean, why not a veggie burger the same? Have three. It's not like I eat there every day. Today might be my last day. I don't know. Sometimes the staff give good service, and other times they don't. You know. And one of my lesser favorite places, I said to Mom, "Do you want to go there?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Okay." I used to have a T-shirt, Caffeine Queen. I didn't get made especially for me. I didn't get made specially. It just was. I had. I'd love to have another one. And Winnie the Pooh T-shirt. I had one of those. And I'd like to wear Miss Piggy. I went out today thinking to wear myself. I really do. I saw photos of Miss Piggy. Do you remember the Muppets? Miss Piggy, and one of her outfits. All I need now is a scarf and a set of new pearls, and my hair washed and blow dried professionally by a hairstylist or hairdresser, and we look like twins. I don't mind if somebody calls me Miss Piggy. I don't take offense to that. I'm quite flattered. I'd actually smile and say thank you. It's one of my favorite Muppets characters. And Miss Piggy might be mad at me and are jealous were I to say hello to Kermit the Frog. Are they even still together? I don't know if they're still together. She's probably, hi, me. Miss Piggy. Gotta watch out, I've taken self-defense classes. Miss Piggy. BLT. The next time I'm at the Active Adult Center, well, in there, maybe, do I ever return, and or 1389 Cosmo Road, Mississauga Senior Citizens Center. Maybe I'll be going to jail, killed Miss Piggy. Bacon, real or faux? That's the one thing I didn't like. Where I used to live, there was a mall I used to go to, and there was a restaurant that actually prepared, cooked, and served frog's legs. We used to go in an entrance there. Oh God, the smell still grosses me out. Closed, finally. Awesome. It was like a buffet kind of place, if I remember correctly. Maybe China Buffet or something it was called. Oh, yeah. And I remember I got dressed up and I wore a pantsuit once. And I had my hairs all really long and pretty. And I wore cosmetics. Not any Jeffree Star. Ew, I wasn't that desperate. Do you ever go on his website and ever actually look at his stuff? Okay, and then go on social media and watch him do alleged live streaming and social media videos and stuff. He's a blithering idiot. Makes me a run for the money. It's stupid. So I'm like, nowadays, I'm naturally aesthetic as often as possible. I don't want to promote anything I try to, even, sometimes I'm gifted too, but although I try to buy anti-animal cruelty products, which is funny because I moisturize my skin occasionally and I wear nail polish, but lipsticks and concealers and stuff, vegan. Even although I don't believe in vegan, I think vegan is just another form of vegetarianism. Although I went out today as dinner. I didn't get myself all done up. I wore this is a sort of pantsuit, although not very. So I think I went there once for my birthday or something, or my mom's birthday. We went out to dinner there. The smell. It's worse than the Red Lobster. You ever go to the Red Lobster in Canada and actually sit near the kitchen when they put a lobster or something in the pot, hear it screaming? I don't go. I don't like going there. When I go there, if were I to return to any, I'd have to sit at the far end, away from the kitchen. Far away. I don't even eat fish. I ate fish once. My mom took me there for my birthday past year. I do like the atmosphere somewhat. The baked potatoes are really good in there. Usually it's quiet. We're not bothered by anyone really. And then all of a sudden somebody came and harassed us to buy some kind of gift card or some coupons, whatever. And I was like, ugh. And Mom was like, oh, have some of my food. I was like, I don't want any. No, I ate some kind of fish. Shellfish. kind of stuff. I was like, it was good. And then I got ill. And I didn't feel well, and I had already been sneezing, so I didn't notice due to allergies. Some people were concerned. They would look at me and wonder, "Are you okay? Are you better than okay? Do you feel well?" I'm like, "Yes." I was vomiting occasionally, having sort of like an IBS kind of thing happening. I did not feel well. And my cat was ill. I had to have my cat euthanized. And then I didn't feel even better than that. I felt really awful, very, very awful. And then my mom was like, "You have to go to the hospital." Somebody mentioned it at the Active Out Center of Mississauga Gala. They wondered if I had COVID-19 SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. I'm like, no. But I'll go check. As soon as we get out of here, I'll make myself an appointment and I'll go have it myself. I didn't last long. I was in the hospital, ER. They tested me there for COVID-19, SARS, and influenza. I insisted upon it. That doctor, whether I liked them or not, very professional. An achiever as far as I'm concerned against those two things. I tested positive influenza type A virus. I almost died. And because of my health, they couldn't do very much. I wanted oxygen. I kept complaining I cannot breathe. I got discharged because I wanted to come home. Because they know me through my mom and everything that if I'm going to die at home, I'm going to die at home and not in the hospital. I didn't want to stay in the hospital if there was a chance I was going to get worse. If I promised if I got worse. My mom needed my help. So I came home. I got worse. I was like, go back to the hospital. I'm like, no, I'm not going back to the hospital. I know what it is. I'm not going back. Went to a doctor's office where my doctor is. Got tested there. Good news. Don't have it anymore. Don't have anything. I'm fine. Although the symptoms and the behaviors might linger, the behaviors will get lesser and the symptoms will get lesser and my cough will go away. Online, some other people showed me that it might take 4 months. My cough will go away completely. Sometimes I do cough naturally because I talk lots or something I swallow the wrong way and I'll cough. But I'm not infectious. I'm not contagious. And after a week and a half, weight loss and everything, I began to feel better. Gained a bit of my weight back, about more than a few pounds. I lost 14 pounds. Yeah, I've gained some of it back. I fluctuate around 143, 145. And I can lose weight easier now than I could before. And, but the fainting, I'm a fainter naturally. I get migraines. I'm a migraine sufferer, so I can just drop like that. One of my other doctors earlier, that I don't know anymore, showed and told me to stay closer to home. Don't travel too far unless you're in a group or something because you get a headache, migraine, you might drop just like that. And you shouldn't be alone. And as my doctors always tell me, hydrate. I'm like, hydrate. I vaguely remember being a child. I never had to hydrate and use electrolytes. And I was a lot healthier. Get to adulthood. New millennium. Hydrate. Always have a water bottle with you. Hydrate. Don't drink caffeine. Hydrate. Like, no. I want to go back to having the diet I used to have. Cheese sandwich, sandwiches. I don't mind soup because soups are good too. Although have sandwiches and a juice. When I was younger, I very rarely drank caffeine when I was out. Very rarely. I drank lots of teas and coffees at home. Although when out, I drank mostly juice or a dairy, like a milkshake or something. I very rarely drank anything. Then I got older, and then I would drink coffees and teas like any other adult, and I felt fine. I used to eat fish and chips when I was younger and everything. Haggis and chips. Anything and everything and potatoes. Pardon me. Beauty burp. Maybe I ate a frog. I don't know. A leg of a frog or something gross. I don't know. Just find that everything just changed over the last several months. Since November 12th. Actually, since May 2024 and November 2024 and February 2024 and March 2020, not February 2025 and March 2025 and May 2nd, May 2, 2025. Oh, that took a lot out of me. That's when everything seems to, it hurts a lot. It's gross. I have to get an ultrasound, renal, and bladder. I hope my lung gets x-rayed. My ribs need to get x-rayed. Once I'm finished that, I want x-rays. I really truly do. Do I need surgery? I want plastic surgery because I want to force everything in place. There's a scar. I want to make sure it's a better scar than that one. And I don't want to puncture holes. I know I got told in 2018, 2019 that I had gallbladder stones and that it was, but I don't suffer from any of the thing. I was even diagnosed influenza back then. It was maybe before 2018. Actually, it was around 2017 or the beginning of 2018, and it's bullshit. I'm alive. Although nowadays, I was told that if I didn't have gallbladder surgery, I would be dead. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But nowadays, if that's what this all is, oh God, I don't care. I got lots of time. I'm not a pet's parent anymore to any alive pets, fur babies. So, I mean, I have a garden and everything, fairies gardens, indoors and outdoors. But if that's what it's going to be, if that's going to make me feel better, and if it needs certain, I mean, I'll gladly do it. I just don't want the holes. I don't want the modern surgeries. I want just the scar. I don't care. I've got lots of time recuperating. Nothing better to do. And I got my heart. I've had ECGs way past my woohoo. Fed up with those. I'm going to get some more tests. I'm supposed to phone somebody and get some results. Actually, that's when this all flared up. When I was having the stress test and some kind of echogram or ECG, whatever it was, and the technician kept pressing on me. I'm like, please stop. You're hurting me. Get off me. So, see what happens when I get the next round of tests and I have to wear the Holter monitor thing. I hope there's a diagnosis because every ECG as of more than a year since before 2023, sinus bradycardia, slow heartbeat. Reminds me of hyperthermia. Yeah, I have heating and AC. It just reminds me of hyperthermia. With hyperthermia, heart rate slows. Low blood pressure, the heart rate slows. Injury, heart rate can slow. Iron, ferritin levels can increase. Some doctors are like, please stop exercising. I'm like, why? So your iron ferritin levels can decrease. I'm like, it's bullshit. Yes, I don't know what happened to that mall. It's a cute little mall. There's a boutique I liked going to, two actually. Three actually. And if you're from Canada, you know what the Dollarama is. It's a little food court in there. Although I prefer to go across the street and go to dining. I like to go to Tim Hortons and Cora's. You know, when Peel Regional Police showed and told that we Bellises are stalkers, we should have gone and looked in the mirrors. They are themselves. Anybody and everybody that accused me and one and more other Bellis should have fully investigated all the accusers because we did not. I mean, I know I did not. I know when my father was alive, my father did not, and his parents. My mother, I vlogged about her earlier today. Well, me being related to my mom. My mom replied with and or without being the first contact to. My mom replied to phone calls, mail, etc. And that got misconstrued. You don't put my name on it because I didn't do it. There's all witnesses. All witnessed. And eventually, I know the truth will come out. I mean, the truth will come out, including all education hours, all I worked hours, all I hobbied hours, all of it. It's not my fault those companies didn't keep accurate records of that. And I was my mom support, that is mandatory support, MSP, trans help. And I don't know that I'll be doing that anymore. And I tried to resign, but nobody else would do it. She's too sick. When she has bouts of it, when my mom used to go spend time with other people, it's frightening what she comes back as. We're disabled. She's one of those that would look at me and blamed me, did, and when more other Bellas did. And instead it was my mom and those other people. Seriously, did anybody change their email address and their contact information, other how mailing address, home address, business company addresses, all those addresses, phone numbers, and stuff to avoid it? Me? You're paranoid, aggressive, and agitated. I don't keep in touch with very many people. I don't like technology. I get too many technical difficulties. Truly, too many. I don't even like to make an outgoing phone call because sometimes I get two or more phone numbers that are alike, and my technology does technical difficulties, errors, and I don't want to get in trouble. You know, if you're from 905 area code 90545, last digit was a 1. I didn't want to call that number. I wanted to call the other 4 or 5 number. It doesn't end up in a 1. My technology figured that. Did I answer my front door? No. I'm not expecting any visitors. And when somebody says, oh, that I am a crazy bitch and I'm getting kicked out, it's the other way around. I know my mother is. All those other people can get out and never, ever return. Because most all of them were never my friends and family and other relatives. Always. Forever. Everywhere. Staff too. I like Winnie the Pooh. I like the word poo. I think of myself as somewhat like. I actually wanted to dress like that one Halloween. I like Walkathon Square, Winona Dorado, Center of Mississauga, Active Out, Center of Mississauga, a bear, Winnie the Pooh. Although not exactly the Winnie the Pooh cartoon character, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie Pooh. Winnie Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. I like the word the. Winnie the Pooh. The Pooh. Honey. As I've always, almost said always, not fake honey. Don't use the fake stuff. Only the real honey. Only real stuff. Honey. Not all that low-calorie diet. I can't even say the word with that because it's not safe. Honey. My morning coffee is most often my first coffee, many days coffee, and at least, well, at the most, one teaspoonful honey. Be it raw honey, honey. It's honey. It has to be honey. I've tried some fake honeys, those little calorie, 0 calorie stuff, honey. I might as well just put a cup where my urine is coming out and just catch my urine and add that to my coffee. Stir it, and because that's what the other stuff tastes like, the 0 calorie honey, the low calorie honey. Yuck. You know who you are. You know who you are. I'm not going to say the company name, although you know who you are, the manufacturers. You know who you are. Yuck. It's like, too, another thing I wouldn't like, syrups. Maple syrup. Why would I want to have not real maple syrup? Am I going to have a pancake and or a slice of bread toasted and or not toasted? I want the real stuff, maple syrup. There's some low calorie, 0 calorie fake maple syrup. I want the real maple syrup, real maple syrup. Trees, maples, trees, maple syrup. Preferably without pesticides and without weed kill chemicals, although real stuff, maple syrup and honey, real. I don't eat waffles usually anymore. I stopped eating waffles a while ago. It's just a personal choice of mine. I like pancakes. I love pancakes. When I can't have a pancake, what I like to have, English muffins. Do you know what an English muffin is? Or a crumpet? Don't want any of that fake stuff. With and or without a buttery condiment, be it plant-based and or dairy, honey, or maple syrup. The real kinds, the real ones. Can I not have a pancake? And since I don't eat waffles, or whole crumpet, half and or a whole English muffin. Oh, yeah. Considering the day I had coming home, and when I arrived and when I was leaving, yes, all the more. And I was walking around with, of all things, my Call It Spring handbag purse. Allegedly store vegan. I spoke to some of the staff there. I know who they are. I know what the company is. Call It Spring. I said, I'm not all there yet, vegan. I have tried. Vegetarian. You're okay with that? I will become a vegetarian more once I feel better. Once I get this all sorted here. I know I'm going to return to doing it. Be it vegetarian and or lacto-vegetarian and or ovo-vegetarian and or lacto-ovo-vegetarian and or ovo-lacto-vegetarian and or vegan vegetarianism. I know it's going to happen. Do I live long enough? Oh, before I finish my coffee, since I did that evening rant of mine online, where I got my cat Rudy Noel. The staff there, I thank them very much, gave me my cat, my pussy cat, Rudy. I know there's lots of animals needing adopting and a family home better and greater than any of those cages. I am available. Someone want to gift me, they're more than welcome to, although make sure in your I maybe two, but right now I'm just looking for one or two. And that place I adopted my Rudy. Um, Maybe I'll go back there someday and adopt another. Do I live long enough? Once I get through all what I'm recovering from, maybe before the end of this year and or next year. And most definitely, do I ever move out of this alleged city that I'm in, factually? I'd like to return there and take one with me. And all you haters out there can fuck off like my former employers. Actually, worse than they. You can fuck off all the more. You could. Another one. I don't care about November 12th, the other person that jumped and or fell. It has nothing to do with me. That happened. It has nothing to do with me. More can do that for all I care, on and off my social media. I don't care. It's not my fault. A lot of people suffer from depression and anxiety more than I ever did. Mental illnesses more than my family and I ever did and do. Is that what they want to do? Go for it. I don't care. It's not something I want to do. Oh, you haters that hated me being a pet's parent, fur baby's parent, the daughter of. Go do that if you want to. I don't care. I mean, if you get run over, it doesn't bother me any. Vehicle, be a car, could be a van, tow truck, anybody. I don't care. A transit vehicle. My way transit. especially all you haters, accused me of killed my mom and or tried November 12, 2024, and that I was the dead body outside that day, November 12, 2024. And then when that didn't happen, tried to show it and told that was my mom out there. Yeah, my mom was in the other bedroom, resting, sleeping. We had just got home, and all that happened, and the police were allegedly door-to-door canvassing with and without a coroner that left the scene and left the victim, and was door-to-door canvassing trying to find out the victim's identity, alleged. We came home, we walked through lobby security and everything, parking security, we got through lobby security. Condominium Corporation, the whole street knew we were home, and we were alive. And anybody and everybody that knew and knows my parents and my parents' parents and my parents' parents' parents and my parents' 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 parents and all animals and all pets, all fur babies and myself. I'd never do that. I don't do that, and I didn't do that. Did any of those other people that I showed and told about, uh, where it was before I came home this evening, did doing cruelties to one and more animal and or pet fur baby, pets, fur babies and or animals? There you go. I don't care to ever see it or hear from you evermore. Go away. Kill yourselves for all I care. I don't care. I won't be the one killing you. Although I wouldn't mind euthanasia. Each one of you. Especially when I spoke to. I should have did some dancing. Made it look like flash dance. Instead, I was like, "Can you tell me what's going on in there? What's happening? What happened?" Sort of. And he said, "You could go watch the video yourself." Bacon. You want to know what's one of my least favorite first names ever? Humans. I'll never name anyone ever more, ever again. Kevin.